Hi Scrap Fam, this is Trish and welcome to my channel. I'm coming to you today to show you um, my mixed media sketchbook that I have not really worked in. I started it last year and tried to pick it up again this year, and this was something I really wanted to do, but I just never did anything with it. But I want to show you what I've done so far and talk about what I really want to do going forward. So here we go. So this is a sketchbook I bought from Five Below, and yeah. So here we go. Hold on. Okay, I was trying to put on another light to see if that's a little better. I think that's a little better. Turn off the fan. Okay. Right for the background noise. All right. So sorry about that. So this is what I did, and again, this was last year. I don't know if I dated it. No, probably didn't. But anyway, so this is what I did last year. I wanted to do start doing mixed media, like faith-based mixed media, and I really like how this came out. So I thought that it was encouraging when I started it off, which is how things are when you first start off. Then I did this. This was okay. I like it, but you know, I don't like my handwriting. That's what it is. And so, um, yeah, so that's the part I really don't like. All right, so then I did this. And then this, oh, okay, oops, let's put that there. Yeah. So I really like this. But this was also supposed to be, this wasn't how it's supposed to be. It was supposed to be for all of the different names or different sayings of God. I was supposed to actually do some other things with it, and it never I never finished this. So, but I do like this. This is the kind of mixed media I wanted to do. And what I came to realize, and the same with this, I did this, but I never went back and did the journaling, and that was the problem. I come to realize when I do stuff like this, you have to let it dry, and it's the getting back to it that I have a problem with. So, going forth, I think I want to dedicate maybe 2 days to do my mixed media. And maybe only try and do it like once a month. Like pick 2 days in the month and say this is when you're gonna do mixed media. Like have mixed media Thursdays or something like that. So when I come home, that's what I work on. Here's another one. Again, these are like last year. Here's another one I did that I never finished. Again, it's missing the journaling. All right, so now this is coming up to this year. This one I finished, and I like the way this came out. I did this in February. I did date that, so that's February. And then I did this where I actually prepped the page, which is great, but I never came back. And that's the end. So this is the end of my mixed media for last year and this year. So basically all I did was this year, and we're in July. So again, the problem is it's the coming back. So and then sitting down and doing the journaling. So I think that's what I want to do. I think I want to start dedicating 2 days to doing mixed media and then assigning a day to them to do it like twice, um 2 times a day, once a month, or try maybe, since I'm so far behind, um twice a month. We'll see. So yes, so this is my mixed media sketchbook. Yeah. So I'm really looking on doing something like this. This one I really like. I really like how this came out. And I think if I stick to doing the things like the paint, and I also did, I don't know how, if you can see them, but the stars I actually use like a, what is it called? It's not gesso, like a modeling paste. I did that, and that's how I did the stars. I painted had some white modeling paste, and I used yellow paint, and that's what I did with the stars. So this is what I want to do, and then you take some stamps and just kind of stamp it. Yeah, so this is online of what I want my mixed media to look like. So that's that. So that's mixed media. All right, so here is my my tracking planner. So I started tracking in in February, because I didn't know how I wanted to do tracking. And so I had a false start. Well, not a false start, but a late start. So, of course, you can see I did nothing in January. So, in February, I decided to do some tracking. And I decided I wanted to track my reading books, any shows, or critique any movies I went to go see. Started listening to podcasts and audiobooks, something I did not do, but I started doing it, and I actually like it, even though I haven't listened to them as much recently. So I have to get back to that. And yeah, so this was my goal. Well, I've only read one book this year, and my goal was just to read 12. And so that tracking didn't happen. The other tracking I wanted to do was my scrapbooking. Like, so my my spending, I just any crafts that I wanted to do, check that off. I do Victoria Marie crop challenges, so I wanted to track how many, because I always don't do all the challenges, but I wanted to track the challenges I do. I started writing some things here, but decided that's not what I wanted to do, so I stopped that. And then I have this tracking label down here. Let me see if I can. No, sorry about that. Just a little, yeah. So to track the crafting that I did do, so like put the days, so I can actually track and say, when are you scrapbooking, or when are you crafting? So that was my setup for tracking my crafting. And then this was my tracking of my food, because I really wanted to track what I was eating. I was going to try and do some work, walk. I have a bike, so to track me biking, at least a couple of days a week. Track my water, exercise, to make sure I at least walked or biked, at least one day, one time a day, and my vitamins, my weight, and I really like the setup. This was a cool setup. And then I had some doctor's appointments during the early part of the year, so be able to mark those down. So out of all of it, this actually was pretty good. I was actually sticking with this. And I really like the setup. I really like the way the setup. Well, the whole reading of the book didn't work out. But the podcast and the audiobooks did. And then I started writing down the audiobooks that I did listen to. So that was cool. This was okay. I started tracking down my spending, different crafts that I really wanted to do, or my group that gets together. We had a couple of weekend crafting sessions, and things I wanted to tackle when we were doing that. I was writing down when I was crafting, so this was good. So it started out pretty good. Okay, so now we see where yeah. Some of the things are empty. And then we have that. Then we picked it up a bit, but you see that I haven't been biking. And I haven't been filling this out. Yeah. So you see, I think with the tracking, it's been mixed results. But what I have concluded was that I don't want to stop doing it. I'm going to continue to decorate. And you can see here, as much as I really like this, you can see I wrote absolutely nothing in April. Nothing. But it's a pretty spread. The same with this, a couple of weeks. I did the, I did the spreads, but wrote absolutely nothing. Same with here. So, but what I did conclude is that, and then I got back to it. But what I did conclude was that I do want to continue doing this, and that even though I had a couple of false starts and I didn't always, write things in, like here in May, I didn't even do it, because I was like, why, if I'm not going to fill it in? This one I did. This one, see, all month, I filled, made the thing, but I didn't fill it out. Another one in June. In June is where I really, because I had a couple of things I needed to do. Had, graduations. Had to travel to one, and that threw me off. And this year I had so many graduations I had to make cards for. So I actually did a video where I showed all the cards that I made. If you want to go back and see that. So that tricked me up. Again, I really like these layouts. Just didn't fill in the stuff. And then this was the week I was gone. So I was like, why? But when I got back, I was tired. So I said, why? And then it just drifted onto this. So June was basically a bust. Then I filled it out for the last week of June, beginning of July. Then I filled this out. And I'm going to go back and fill in my audiobooks that I listen to, because we're only in the first week of July. And the show I'm watching is Secret Invasion, so I have that. So that's the little thing I can fill in when I finish watching it. Oops, sorry about that. And then this is for my This is July. And so this is the first week that I did not fill out. So I didn't do this one either. So today is the 8th. So I'm not going to go back and do it because I just don't see the point. But I'm going to fill it out. I'm decorated for the rest of the month and then start tracking again because I really have to. I did the bike yesterday and today. So I can actually put that in that I did it for 2 days this week. And I did do some walking during the week, even though it was hot. So, yeah. So the one thing I concluded was that I really like decorating because I like scrapbooking. So I like decorating. But I just need to dedicate time to doing this. And so one of the things I realized is that when I get home from work, I need to decide if I'm going to bike, which I'm really going to try and do it at least 3 to 4 times a week. And then after I get off the bike and take my shower and then, relax, pull this out and fill things in. And if I can do this on a daily basis, fill the things in on a daily basis, then it will get done instead of waiting to the end of the week and try to go back and remember everything. So this is what I'm hoping for the rest of the year that I can do for the most part. So yeah, so that's my, I just wanted to do a flip through of, the first half of the year, the goals that I set for myself, and show you, what I'm doing, how I'm gonna go forth. I know a lot of people are changing up their planners. I am not changing up my plan. I'm going to just continue doing it just because it didn't work out the way I planned it at the beginning of the year. I'm not going to stop doing it. I'm just going to try and do things differently. Like I said, I'm going to try to fill the things out, every day. Because it's not going to take long to, especially because generally I listen to the audiobooks and the podcast at work. So I can easily just check, because I'm not checking which ones I'm listening to. I'm just checking that I did listen to it. So that's easy to do that. The whole book thing, I used to love reading books. I used to love reading books as a kid. But I'm so distracted by, all of the other things that I don't take the time out to read. So, but I really want to do that. I really want to find a book and really do that the rest of the year. At least read 4 to 5 books for the rest of the year. At least I did more than just the one. So anyway, so I just wanted to do flip throughs of mid-year flip throughs to see where I am thus far. And if you have any questions or anything, leave it down in the description and I will answer them when I see them. And also you can hit the like button, and if you're new you can hit the subscribe button, and and come back and see where this year leads for me in terms of where it goes with my my scrapping. So that's it for now. I will come back and show you what I worked on this weekend. I still have to make 2 cards. I still have to fill these out for the weeks going forth. And I think that's it. I don't know if I'm gonna get to my my scrap planner this weekend. But we will see. We will see what else I get to. I do have 2 more flip throughs. So stay tuned for the two other flip throughs, which is my faith planner and my scrap planner. So stay tuned for those. and see, you know, oh, and my listing. Oh, forgot about listing. And also my listing notebook. So stay tuned for those. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. And yeah, so come back and see come back and see the other flip throughs. Thank you for stopping by. Be blessed and happy crafting. Bye for now.